Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my final thoughts ahead of the Game Week 25 deadline tomorrow. I'm also going to be going over my team selection in today's video. It's just everything mixed into one because of the quick turnaround this week. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 50 likes. Leave a comment. What are you doing with Game Week 25? It's a crazy one. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, just a quick recap of how I did in Game Week 24. Bit of a shambles for me, unfortunately. Only 61 points. 61 points usually sounds quite good, but because of how well captaincy was this week for a lot of people, it was a red arrow, unfortunately. So I had De Gea in goal for 2 points. Again, could have kept a clean sheet on another day. That would have been nice there. Trent getting me 6. I did go Cancelo captain in the end, which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that bad to say. I only had 3 players that actually returned. Well, 4 players that returned, and I captained one of them. So 14 points from Cancelo. I did have my captaincy on Bowen the whole week, and I changed it in the last hour to Cancelo just because of those really poor Brentford numbers. And Cancelo had so many shots in the box. On another day, he could have got 2 goals, and I would have been laughing. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So he still got me 7 points doubled into 14. So I'm okay with that. But with the likes of Jota and Bowen getting 11 and 16 respectively, a little bit unfortunate. Reguilon only getting me 1 point as well. That shock loss to Southampton. I mean, Reguilon missed, I'd say, it wasn't necessarily a sitter, but it's something you'd expect him to put away. So on another day, that's 6 points there. Would have been really, really nice. But he only got me 1. Rafinha got me 2. I mean, I don't know how there was 6 goals in that Villa-Leeds game, and I had both Watkins and Rafinha, and neither of them were involved in any of the goals. It's just one of those, man. It's just one of those. Of course, if you're a Coutinho owner, a Ramsey owner, you're absolutely loving life right now. But yeah, Watkins and Rafinha, I cannot believe out of 6 goals, they weren't either of them featured in any of them. It was really, really unfortunate. Bowen got me 11, just again on fire at the moment. Jota with a 16 bomb. A lot of Jota captainers this week. Hats off to you. Absolutely smashed out of the park. I mean, my captaincy was between Cancelo, Bowen, and Jota. I'm not going to lie, I didn't think I was going to captain Jota at any point this week, so I'm not really too annoyed about it. It was more or less going to be Cancelo or Bowen, so yeah, I can't really stand here and be like, yeah, I was so close to doing Jota, because I just wasn't at any point. Foden, 3 points. I mean, should have got an assist again. He's not really been returning at all, but he should have had 2 assists in the last 2 game weeks, but Raheem Sterling has been on the end of both of them, and for whatever reason cannot finish his dinner, and so he's decided to just miss and cost me those assist points for Foden. And I mean, with a game week like this, I mean, like any kind of assist points I would have took as well, because I had so many blanks. Antonio blanked again. I cannot wait to get rid of him. Definitely going to bring in Weghorst for him. I'll go over my transfers in a minute, but cannot wait to get rid of him. Josh King doing what he does best, getting me 2 points, and then Watkins 2 as well. My bench, Foster with 2, Gray got 1. He was injured. That's okay. I'm all right with that because I'm just going to be getting rid of him for Bruno Fernandes anyway. And then Ben White gave me 7 points. I don't know why I keep benching Ben White, man. He's honestly putting me to shame. And then 8 Nori came on for an appearance point. So that was my game week 24. Again, 61 points, red arrow, not fantastic. So hopefully I can turn that around in game week 25. This is just my team for game week 25. This is basically how it's kind of shaping up at the moment, but of course I do have a free transfer that I'm going to be doing, and I honestly don't know who I'm going to bench this week. It's a bit of a tough one, but I've got De Gea in goal, so a nice double up there. Southampton at home and Brighton at home, expecting at least 1 clean sheet, but again, Southampton are in form, Brighton are doing pretty well. Maybe he just comes out with like 4 points or something. We've got Trent away at Burnley, I've got Cancelo away at Norwich, and I've got Reguilon at home to Wolves. Really hoping for something from Reguilon this season, this week, because his ownership isn't like super high with how like good he is. Like 16.7% is not as high as you'd expect, because he's like so attacking. Like since Conte took over, like the amount, if you watch a Tottenham game where Reguilon plays, he bombs into the box like so much, and he's so attacking. I just need the points to start coming in, and then he'll honestly start rewarding me for keeping him. But The back line looks quite nice. There is rotation risks with the likes of Cancelo with Champions League coming back. And if that is the case, I'm really in the mud because my bench is not very strong at all this week because of Ben White blanking. So I'm really hoping that all of those three play. Like Reguilon might even get rested as well. It's a tough one, so we'll have to see what happens there. In midfield, I have Rafinha away at Everton. Really hoping for something in that game. Everton just do not look good defensively at all. Bowen away at Leicester. Again, I could see him scoring there. Jota away at Burnley, you know. The rotation of the Liverpool front three will start happening now that Salah's back. Mane, I think, was in training this morning. You got Diaz, who obviously came in, Bobby Firmino, and then Jota, of course. So a lot of players can play there. Now, Salah's not going to get benched, so the other two spots out of 4 players, you know, Jota is going to get rotated a bit. So hopefully he plays. It's not the end of the world if he doesn't, because I will have an okay attacker to come on for him, but yeah, obviously, after scoring a brace, you'd like him to play again. And then Foden away at Norwich. I don't think that's going to be an easy game at all. Like, Norwich look pretty good defensively since Dean Smith came in. I honestly think the teams to target now at the moment are probably not even Watford. I mean, yes, Watford, but like Roy's come in and he's really just kind of sacrificed their attacking threat to just really strengthen the defense. Newcastle have obviously sorted out with their signings, still conceding, but I think Everton might be the team to target now, to be fair, because, and then of course Leicester, just simply because their defensive numbers are just terrible at the moment. So that's the midfield, and then up top we have Antonio. This will be my last week with Antonio. I'm gonna get rid of him next week. I know he has Newcastle next week, but I'm still gonna get rid of him. I don't want him in my team anymore. He's costing me too much money to just blank like every single week. I've got Josh King as well. I would be getting rid of him, but he doubles in 26 and most likely doubles in 27 as well. There's been whispers about that, so I'm not gonna be getting rid of him. And then Watkins away at Newcastle, and then the main reason I'm keeping Watkins is because I'm going to free hit in 27, which means that I'll have to just... My plan is honestly free hit in 27 and then just kind of push my team into a situation where I'm going to have more players for game week 30 and then just wild card out of it in game week 31. So of course there's only 4 games going on at the moment in game week 30. The likes of Villa playing, Leeds are playing, and all this and that, and Wolves and Arsenal and stuff. So I'm going to just kind of fill my team with those kind of players and then just like I say, wild card out in game week 31. So I probably won't be able to field 11 in game week 30, but I think I'll have enough to be able to be okay. And then I'll just wildcard out in game week 31. And hopefully we have some more doubles and stuff announced by then. And then the bench is Foster, Gray, who's obviously going to become Bruno Fernandes, Aït-Nouri, and then White. So again, Aït-Nouri is a bit of a rotation risk and White just isn't playing. So if either of my back 3 don't play, then I might be in a bit of a situation if Aït-Nouri does not play. And even if he does, he's away at Tottenham, which obviously isn't the greatest fixture. So game week 25 final thoughts. So this is my transfer plan at this time. I have 7.3 in the bank, getting rid of Gray this week. I'm going to be making my transfer today as well because I feel like he's going to have a price fall very soon. And I know like the deadline's literally tomorrow at 11 o'clock or something. So, I mean, I may as well make my transfer like today. So I'm going to be bringing in Fernandes for Gray. So that'll give me a 1.1 in the bank. So that's my game week 25 transfer. So I'll have 2 doubles in De Gea and Bruno, which isn't the worst thing in the world. A few people have 3, a few people have 4 with I've got no Brighton players, which I'm okay about. But it is going to be a little bit worrying if I'm obviously giving my captaincy to Bruno when I bring him in. So I'm a little bit worried if Brighton pops off in their double, but it is what it is. And then game week 26 is the big one. That's obviously where I'm bringing back in the Egyptian King Mo Salah. So I'll be bringing in Salah that week. Now, I do have just enough money to do that, but I feel like Salah is going to have a price rise by game week 26, especially because everyone's going to be triple captaining him, myself included. So I'm going to be taking a hit in game week 26, which is going to be okay because I'm finally going to get rid of Antonio, and I'm going to be bringing in Weghorst, who does double in 26 and doubles in 27 as well. He's got Brighton and Tottenham in 26, and he's got Crystal Palace and Leicester in 27. Crystal Palace and Leicester is a nice double to have. Obviously, Leicester leaking in quite a few goals. That's at home as well. So that's my game week 26 transfer. And then in game week 27, just going to free hit. I'm just going to pile on a bunch of hopefully good players with decent fixtures in that week. And then we're back in for game week 28. And then that's where I just start hammering my team in with your Arsenal players, your Wolves players, all the my Villa players. I'll bring Coutinho and stuff in, probably for Foden that week. And that's just what I'm going to do and just fill my team up with players that are not going to blank in game week 30, and then just wildcard myself out of that situation for game week 31. And that's kind of what I'm doing, and that's just the plan that I'm sticking to. So I don't want to just try to kind of like come up with like double thoughts and stuff. That's just the plan I'm doing. You know, I've already got Nori, who hopefully plays in game week 30. I've already got Watkins. I've already got Rafinha. I've already got these players that already play in game week 30. So it's not the worst situation in the world. Captaincy this week, though, I think honestly it's not. If you only own one of the United forwards, then obviously you know who you're going to go with. If you own Ronaldo, you captain him. If you own Bruno, you go with him. If you own both of them, you're in a very nice position because you have the luxury of choosing either of them. And honestly, I think they're both okay shouts. Like, there is a little bit of risk with Ronaldo being rotated, but at the same time, he did just have a rest, so he should hopefully play both of these games. And also, Ralph needs some points on the board now. United are falling down the table, and when they're not even beating Burnley, there's problems at the club. You know, United should be beating Burnley every single week. So yeah, he'll obviously want some points on the board, and he's going to play his best goal scorer there too. Of course, Champions League is coming up, which will again mean that there might be a little bit of rotation this week. Like, even Kevin De Bruyne might get rotated this week. I don't think Foden will, because he did come off on like the 70th minute, so I'm not too worried about him. But I honestly don't know who I'm going to play this week. I don't know who I'm going to bench. Obviously, I bring Bruno in, play him in midfield. I'm not going to be benching any of my midfield players, like Rafinha at Everton, Bowen at Leicester, Jota at Burnley, Foden at Norwich, and then Bruno with the double. So it's either got to be Antonio, King, or Watkins. And I honestly don't know who to bench. Like, Antonio, I just can't. I have to play Antonio because Leicester's just so bad, even though Antonio has not been in form. King, I mean, he's at home, but like Watford have just been so poor at top. And then Watkins, I feel like he's due a big haul. And then Newcastle, I feel like could be. I think that's going to be another big goal scoring game, and I feel like that's going to be the game he does it in. So I think it might end up being Josh King, who I just benched for Bruno. So yeah, I'll have to have a think of that. But that's pretty much everything of my final thoughts for game week 25 and my chip strategy and everything like that. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and until next time, peace.